Hey guys, welcome to a special edition of Stryker Network Live. This is CJ Stryker, and this is my State of the Union special edition. I realize that with this, with YouTube, it can't go past 10 minutes, and there's a lot I want to discuss. So I'm gonna just go over a general summary of the State of the Union without getting into too much detail. And I'll start with this. Last night the President made a State of the Union address, and the fact is, I thought it was hopeful, it built morale, and despite the fact that most people have pessimistic views on it, I have to disagree. I think I like the fact that, he was realistic and hopeful at the same time. I want to touch on one thing specifically, because like I said, to get to everything I want to get to, unfortunately, is going to just be completely, it'll be over 10 minutes, and I just want to get to two general topics regarding the State of the Union. First and foremost, a lot of people say that he hasn't done anything in the first year. I disagree. I think he's done a decent job. I'm not saying it was terrific. I said it was decent, and I think he's trying. Now, you have a lot of people who, are going to use the excuse of he's not working fast enough because they want to see him fail. I'm going to say this real quick. There's a saying. It takes a long time. It could take years and decades. It could take centuries to get something, a system that really works to function, to finally get us into a place where we're actually happy. It takes work, takes effort, takes time. You can build a building. Okay, how about this one? You can build a building that's great, and it could take you years to do. Okay? But it only takes seconds to tear apart and destroy. And you know what? I actually did take that from 9/11. And the reason I said that is because President Clinton, when he left office in 2000, left us with a surplus. We were doing great. We were in a very, very Pax Romanian society, however you want to say it. We had a little Pax Romana in the late 90s, where we were great. We were prospering. We were fine. We were, on an economic level, I think we were doing amazing. And rather it's 9/11 or the wars, all I have to say is 8 years of work. President George W. Bush and his Republican government came in and destroyed it in less than 2. And you know what? You can destroy anything in a matter of seconds, but it takes a lifetime to rebuild. And with this president, he said it, it'll take a long time before we can get back to where we were. And you know what? I agree. I'm not doing well. I think everyone's struggling, but we have to give it time, and we have to give this president time to let things happen, because things will not happen overnight. The biggest the problem is that people want to see something change before year 4. Why? Because if we're skeptical, obviously we're going to vote an asshole in that we don't want. And you know what? That's the biggest mistake us as Americans can do, is not give him a full 8 years to get his stuff together. We gave George W. Bush 8 years. We put our faith in that dumbass for 8 years, and he got nowhere. If anything, we were far worse off. So think about that. It takes a second to destroy, and it takes a lifetime to rebuild and create. So I want you to think about that one. Really quick, I just want to go on to some of the superficial comments that were said last night on Facebook and on television. We should be paying attention to what the president's saying, and not how he acts, what he's wearing, what the humorous comments. I like the fact that we have a president that has personality. I like the fact that we have a president that is on the level of the people. Whoever said that professionalism means boredom? Who said that being professional means you have to be fake and a robot? Isn't it time that we actually had a real person act real? And isn't it time that we, really understood the fact that everyone doesn't have to act like a stiff to get their point across. You know, I kind of enjoyed the fact that in my opinion, the State of the Union was a bit entertaining last night, and I was happy to know that for the first time in a couple of years, we had a State of the Union that was pretty entertaining to look at. I actually laughed. You know what? That's not a bad thing. And those who think it is, guys, grow up and take that fork out of your ass, because you know what? We really need to concentrate on what was said last night, because you know what? The President made some very important points. Very important points. And a lot of it, of course, I can't get into it right now, but I will get into one thing. The fact that the Supreme Court reversed those limits on lobbyists, that's an atrocity. You know why? Because government should not, the fate of government, the destiny of elections should not be controlled by the few. It should be controlled by the mob. It should be controlled by the American people. Anyway, with that said, all I'm going to say is, to you guys on Facebook, you know what? When you watch State of the Union, if you're going to make a comment, make an intelligent comment. Stop talking about Nancy Pelosi's necklace, and stop talking about the asinine, you know, what a smartass or what a punk the President is. Because you know what? The President made a very smart speech last night. Said a very smart speech last night. And personally, I enjoyed it. And if you guys are just criticizing him for how he's acting, you guys are very superficial, and you guys should not be watching politics, because that's just not intelligent, plain and simple. Well, that's all I have to say about that. I can't really get too much into it, because like I said, I probably reached my 10-minute limit as it is, or I'm closing in on it. My next topic on Stryker Network Live will be edition 4, which will be on Saturday, if not tomorrow. And I'm going to talk about Warcraft, the world of Warcraft. Is it addicting as drugs, or is it just a zombie thing? Because anyway, yeah, I've been a video game fan. But more on that tomorrow. From New York, New York, I am CJ Stryker, and once again, thank you for watching Stryker Network Live.